As you can see, I have all 30 of the Color Storm cards, and the weekend isn't even over. So yeah, today I'm going to be giving you guys my tips on how I did this so quickly, and some methods that make all the Color Storm programs go by quicker, so that you guys can get all 30 of these, let alone the 15 that you're going to need on June 13th for the next Legends and Flashbacks collection. So let's get into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys my path for all 30 of these Color Storm programs. I did the exact same thing for every single one of them. Let's go to the Yankees, and I'm going to show you guys what I did first and then explain it. So start here with the moment. I did all 30 moments. For the missions, I did all the total bases, I did all the Jolt missions, and I did all the hitter PXP missions. So that is how I got the 50,000 for each one, because the moment is 10,000, the missions, the total bases is another 10, gets to 20, the Jolt mission another 10 gets to 30, and then the PXP with hitters is 20, which will get you to the 50,000 and the Color Storm card. So here's the first tip of advice that I have for you guys, and that is do all 30 moments first. There is no reason why you guys should not be doing the moments when you do these Color Storm programs. Because if you don't do the moment, first of all, the moments are all very easy. They're all on veteran. Like, any player could get these done. It might take some people longer, of course, but they're all easily, you can easily complete them. That's one thing. And another thing is, if you're not going to do the moment, you have to get 50,000 strictly on this screen. And if you're going to do that, you are required to do one of these two, which you have to do anyway. But like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, if you don't do the moment, you're required to do one of the pitching missions, and the pitching ones take so much longer than the hitter ones. You'd have to get 25 strikeouts with every single team if you don't do any of the moments, or you'd have to get 2,500 PXP with pitchers. Just do the moments, please. It's basically a necessity. Then for these three missions, what I did was I did all three of them at the same time. And let me go to my team and let me show you guys how I did these so quickly, how I saved time, how it turned these grinds into literally no more than 30 minutes. So the Rays were the last team that I did. I just finished the Rays, so I'm just going to use them as an example since I have it right here. So I'm going to go over two different things. One, if you have the Jolt card, and one if you don't have the Jolt card. I highly recommend you guys get all the Jolt cards because it really helps, and you do need them for that one mission. But they've been in the game since release, so you guys, if you've been playing for a while, should have most of them, if not all of them. Regardless, I built a team of Tampa Bay Rays, right? I have Junior Caminero, I have the captain boost activated, I have 18 players. Also, I know that not everybody has all the best players. It doesn't matter which players you have, really, besides the Jolt, as long as you just have players. They could be bronzes, they could be commons. They're all going to get a big boost with the captain boost. You're going to be playing on rookie anyway, so it doesn't really matter which cards you have there as long as they fall under the Rays. So I have an entire lineup of Rays. I have 4 Rays on the bench, and I have 5 Rays in the bullpen, totaling 18 players to get the Tier 3 captain boost with the Jolt. What I do next is I set my lineup. Make sure you have the Jolt card at leadoff if it's a hitter. Because of the specific mission, you need 5 hits with that card. So you want that card to get the most at-bats. You're going to want to have them in the leadoff spot. After that, really just by overall or just like the best hitters. You could do however you really want. That's just how I did it. You're going to want to set your team like this. For pitching, it's a little different. For pitching, it doesn't really matter. There are only a few things that I would say. No matter what stage you're in the Color Storm grind, make sure you have Jolt players in your rotation, because when you're grinding for PXP, and we're going to use a method that I've used in my PXP video, where you play the CPU and you register 8 at-bats and then you quit. You're not always going to get 8 at-bats in the first inning, so you're going to end up pitching sometimes. You're going to want to have a Jolt card that you don't have the mission complete for, so you register an inning with that card while you're getting the PXP for the hitters, so you're knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone. That's what you're going to do with pitchers. You're just going to go through every single jolt card and just tally the innings when you need to pitch innings. And then once you're done with all the jolts, you might as well add the Color Storm cards and start getting the PXP to get progress in the My Journey Team Affinity programs. But that's kind of just a bonus thing once you have all the jolt missions done for the starters. Prioritize that. If you don't have any jolt cards, if you don't think you're going to be able to do the jolt missions, you can just put a pitcher on that team and just grind PXP with that as well. Another thing too is if you don't, if you want to face a righty or a lefty, for the Colorado Rockies, which is what I do, I always play on the road at the Rockies, so I play at Coors. There, if you make the pitcher that you want to use your number 1 pitcher, it'll be a righty, and if it's the number 5 pitcher, or I think it's the number 4 pitcher, it'll be a lefty. So just keep that in mind when you're making your rotation. If you want to change it, just add players that are higher or lower in overall. So then once you have your team ready, you're going to want to go into play versus CPU. You're going to want to go to the Rockies away, play the game. I'm not going to hop into it because I've done it. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to just keep hitting the ball until you have either registered enough at-bats to get PXP, or you've gotten to the second at-bat with your jolt card just so you get another at-bat to try to get those 5 hits. You're just going to want to do that pretty much over and over until you get all the PXP necessary. I will say there's one notable thing that is going to make this harder. If we look at the PXP, the 5x multiplier for home runs really sped up this process. It's going to make it slower. This is going to be changed back to the normal amount on Tuesday. So if you're watching this right when it comes out, you have tomorrow to continue with the 5x, but it's going to slow it down for sure. But it's still going to take you about 30 to 45 minutes, I would say, after the multiplier. So that's basically what I did. I just put a theme team of all these guys. I did all the jolt missions by making the jolt card the leadoff hitter or just using the pitchers, and I grinded PXP over and over and over. Yeah, it was kind of a grind, but it was pretty. It wasn't as bad because you get the card every 30 minutes. It was pretty motivating. Now, obviously, not everyone is going to have all the jolt cards, and what would my advice be for if you don't have the jolt card? In all honesty, it would be to just get the jolt cards. Like, you guys should, obviously Color Storm is going to be better because the players are better, but these captains, these jolt cards are gonna, you're gonna need them for all the Color Storm programs. You could avoid it if you wanted to. Like if we go to the Yankees Color Storm, you don't have to. You would just have to do one of the pitching missions, which just makes it take so much longer. 25 strikeouts, that's a lot. 2,500 PXP with starters, it's a lot. I would rather just grind in My Journey and get the jolt card than have to do more grinding in Color Storm. That's my honest opinion. These cards aren't too difficult to obtain, and it's, you'll naturally get there too if you get the hitting stats because you're doubling up in My Journey and Color Storm. But that's just my honest opinion for that aspect. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I just want to tease a little thing here. I have not opened any of my Team Affinity packs. They will be opened in my next video. So if you're still here, be on the lookout for that. It hopefully will be a great video with a lot of sick pulls. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this pack opening. But regardless, that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys are new here, follow me on all my social medias, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. But most importantly, make sure to subscribe right here on YouTube. So yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.